Hey, what's up, guys? Guardian here, coming to you guys with a new mill opening today. It's been a good while, and I've been looking forward to this mill opening because I actually want to do something a bit different this time. I actually want to go over some stuff that I got over the past few months, and this is actually not all in relation to Vanguard. Some of it is actually for other TCGs, and I thought that would be pretty nice, as a bit of a change. So we do have the Gurgit stuff in these packages, but I'll save this till the end of the video. But I kind of want to go over a couple of things that I've picked up. So earlier this year, we had a new Yu-Gi-Oh set that came out called Return of the Duelist, I think, and it's a very fitting title as well, since I decided to actually pick up a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, which was in the set, and it's actually pretty cool. It is a Gaia the Fierce Knight deck, or technically a Gaia the Dragon Champion deck. So they basically sort of revitalized Gaia the Fierce Knight, and Curse of Dragon. And I thought it was a really cool looking deck. The gimmick itself is very OTK styled, and it's very different. But I think for a casual based deck, it's actually not too bad. And yes, I do play trap cards in here because I'm a scum and casual, but whatever. I just don't like the way the like it feels like OTK decks. Like it's like you're not allowed to play traps in it anymore. And I don't know the way that Yu-Gi-Oh's changed, it's definitely gone against my enjoyment of the game. I much prefer the old school version of the game in terms of grinding it out, having more like back and forth resources. Whereas it feels like these days, especially like even a couple of years ago, it kind of feels like a lot of everything is like hand traps, combo, or just loads of negates. And I don't know. I mean, the game's still popular. Like I don't want to bash on Yu-Gi-Oh at all, but in terms of playing the game, I much prefer the older version, but the newer game, I mean, it is what it is, right? Love it or hate it, but I still appreciate Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it's been massively successful, and I think it's only just gotten bigger over the years, right? Which is something to take knowledge of. So I did want to pick this Gaia deck up because I do still play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like every blue moon, right? I think I play it every what, like 2 or 3 times a year, and that's not even exaggerating. I honestly treat Yu-Gi-Oh more like I do sport, which is I don't mind watching it, but I don't really like playing it, right? Because I'm not really a big sport guy as well. So that's that. That's one of the first things I got earlier this year, and the next thing is these new rarities that they made. These premium gold rares, which I know they're not technically new because the OCG did these first, but yeah. It's these really cool sort of like premium gold sort of embossed textures. Like these are really, really slippery. Like it's like it feels like a bit laminated, if anything. But yeah, I am a big Dark Magician collector. Dark Magician and like Yugi, Slifer, protagonist Andy essentially is what I am. It's kind of a bit weird, right? I like Yugi and I also like Aichi for Vanguard, so I don't know. I guess something's wrong with me, right? So, but yeah, I do like my protagonists. Yugi was definitely cool to me when I was a kid, and yeah, Dark Magician. The funny thing is that I actually started with Blue Eyes when I was a kid, but yeah, I grew more into liking like the spellcasters and wizards and stuff like that, right, from Yu-Gi-Oh, and also warriors as well. So I kind of had a liking for Joy as well, but yeah, Yugi was my guy. And I think, oh yeah, I forgot to show. This is just Monster Reborn, as well as the trap card that came out in the Megatin, the Destined Rivals. But yeah, I mean, just look how nice these gold rares are, man. That looks really, really nice. So yeah, they actually did a good job with these rarities. I think they're impossible to grade because these things have like really weird scratches on them. It's kind of hard to show this on camera because I've got it on the lock. But along these edges, especially the European versions, there's like these, yeah, you can kind of see it there, right? It's like these really weird scratches along the gold border. Very strange. But either way, look very nice, and I picked those up before they go even higher in price, because I think Dark Magician was around about £10 each, and Blue Eyes was like £20. Yeah, give that about a year, and those might go up a bit more, right? So that's a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh for you guys. I know it's a bit strange to see that on the channel since I don't really showcase it at all, but it is something I do like to keep an eye on, right? Now, another game I used to play back in the day a lot was Magic the Gathering, and yeah, I got into this through my brother, as well as like Yu-Gi-Oh. My brother sort of got me into that as well. but we both started with Pokemon, and we didn't really play Pokemon. We just collected the cards, and then we sort of played Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, mechanically, of course, wrong, because no one knew how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Back then. Um, so, and then Magic was like sort of like the upper level in terms of like card game difficulty, right? But Magic was a game that I got into, and I actually revisited it a few years ago with a friend of mine called Steve, and it was fun for about a year or so. And then it kind of got really stale, and then I just quit the game. And then I decided this time around, when I got into the game again, to just stick with a pre-con deck that you can get for Commander. But then I saw this deck, which is a Pilaf deck, as you can see here. So Pilaf the World Sculptor came out recently, I think. I don't know what set it's from, but yeah, it's a recent card. And the way this deck kind of works is that it works with big creatures, but it also spawns these plant tokens as well. And the way it kind of works is that you kind of want to just overwhelm the opponent with big creatures and trample and just deal out damage. Like, that's a very bog standard way of doing it. But then it also has alternative strategies where you can burn your opponent. Like, whenever you play a creature, it can do damage to your opponent through like these enchantments or sorcery spells. And you've also got these spells where you can sacrifice these big creatures to deal out damage, right? Equal to how big the creature was. So this deck was actually piloted on the channel The Command Zone by Jimmy, I believe it was. And when I saw him play it, I just thought it looked really cool. And yeah, it has sort of like, I mean, it's not an exact copy, but more or less, I think most of the cards are the same. I did some changes here and there, like for cards that I wanted to play, and replace a couple of expensive cards, but I didn't want to go too cheap on the deck. I did want to spend, like, I've got things like Perforos in here, which is really, really good. I wanted to spend on cards the cards that had a price tag to them, I wanted them to be worthwhile, right? Like, I wasn't going to go out of my way and buy, like, I don't know, Gaia's Cradle, for example, the green land card that gives you tons of green. Like, I'm not going to buy that, right? Because that's like over £300 or £400 or something. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I built this deck to have just fun Commander games with, and I think I'm just going to stick with this for now. It's the first deck that I've actually... It's the first deck I've owned that isn't a pre-con ever since I returned to the game. And the only reason I built this deck was because I saw Jimmy piling it on game nights. So, but yeah, it looked fun, looked like it suited my playstyle, and it looked good, right? I haven't played it yet, unfortunately, because of, reasons. But yeah, when we are allowed to meet up again, I am going to be playing that with my friends, hopefully. So we will see. And then next, I kind of want to get into, let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much all the other TCGs out of the way. So I kind of want to jump back into Vanguard, which is, of course, what people know me for. So first, we have, this is my promo binder. And one thing that irritated me this year were these promos. My God, were these things expensive. I think Diaconnect Dragon was going for like above £20 each, and the Dagnuns were going for like £15 each, or if not a little bit more. Like hell am I spending that amount of money on these promos, so I didn't buy them, right? I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and eventually, my friend Jack, shout out to you, Jack, he spotted them on a website called Big Orbit Cards, which is a UK site that I've used every now and then. And he noticed them on there, and yeah, I think Dagnuns were going for like £3 each, and I got the Diaconnects for like £6 each, I think. A lot better, I think it's safe to say. So I managed to pick up 4 Diaconnects, and I only got 3 Dagnuns, since he only had 3 left in stock. But hey, I got the promos, finally, and yeah, I got them for Alt Mile so that I could put them in the deck. And that was those out of the way. So, yeah, promos, man. I don't know what it is recently with Vanguard promos, but they've been terrible for the longest time, and then all of a sudden they thought, you know what, let's make these cards good. And then it's like, yeah, we kind of need them, right? We kind of need those cards. So, price tags, I know. So the last kind of thing I want to get into, before we move over into the mail itself, which is still here, is card sleeves. So, kind of in sync here with Vanguard and Yu-Gi-Oh! But I've noticed a lot of Japanese players that tend to play their Vanguard decks with Yu-Gi-Oh! Sleeves on them. And I thought, never really thought about that. So I actually had some Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves on me, which were these the Dark Magician sleeves, which came out not too long ago, I think, about a month ago. And I thought, I wonder what these would look like. So I put them on my MLB deck, and quite honestly, I think they look sick. It is a bit odd to have Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves on a Vanguard deck, right? But I think if you can look past that, these black sleeves look quite cool on Vanguard cards, right? I think they just look really nice. Look really clean. I don't know. They just kind of look cool, right? Now, of course, Vanguard sleeves themselves are alright. I'm going to take a drink of water here because my throat's getting a bit dry. Water. I am recording this a bit late as well, actually. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, these Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves are quite nice on the Vanguard decks, and I actually decided to pick up a few more that kind of would suit the other decks as well. So that's my MLB deck, so I'll just put that there. Now, I also have my Altmile deck, my Susano deck, and my... I think this is Garmor still. Yeah, that's what Gold Paladin I've been playing recently, in terms of, recent stuff. Garmor, of all things, right? Ezel was fun, but at a certain point I kind of got sick of it, and I just wanted to go back to something fun, and Garmor was there. So yeah, and I'll be honest, I kind of forget Agravain's a card. I don't know why. I just forget Agravain exists. But Garmor's a fun card, right? Garmor's a fun card. But yeah, for my Gold Paladins, I thought, well, I've got these Pyramid, these Millennium Puzzle sleeves, and because they're gold, I thought, hey, would look pretty nice on Gold Paladin, right? And I think they do. I think they look really nice on Gold Paladin. So Gurgwit will have the pleasure of going inside of those sleeves when I swap the deck over. So that is Garmor. And I think for Susano, I decided to put this in some Yugi Karibo sleeves. And it kind of makes sense, right? Because, Karibo, discard it, stop an attack, protect marker, stop an attack. Right? Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm just BSing my way through this, if I'm honest. But I kind of like the purple on this. I feel like that kind of goes with OTT in a weird way. I don't know. It's kind of a mystical color. But yeah, I decided to get these Yugi Karibo sleeves for my Susano deck. Looks pretty nice. I don't know. It's kind of a weird concept, right? Using Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves for Vanguard decks, but dude, these black borders, man. These black borders just look sick on Vanguard cards. I think they just look really cool. Yeah. So that is Susano. So I'll put that to the side. And then last but not least, we have Altmile, which we'll go through that quickly. Now, this is big brain, right? This is the big brain thing. So who used Altmile? Shion Kaiba. Kaiba, you said? All right. Let's pick up the Kaiba Corp sleeve, shall we? Right? I mean, silver is already a good color, I think, for Royal Paladin. But the fact that it's Kaiba Corp sleeves as well, and we have Altmile, which was used by Shion Kaiba in the anime, I'm telling you, that was 500 IQ from me right there, I feel. So yeah, these silver sleeves look really, really cool on Altmile. I'm really happy to pick these up. I actually only got these, I think a few days ago. They actually arrived not that long ago. But yeah, that is Altmile. And that is all of my Vanguard decks, essentially updated with Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves and a weird update that is. So last but not least, we have Gurgwit, and we have the new Gold Paladins, which I think Gurgwit's good, right? Right? Gurgwit's good, is what I heard. Am I hearing this right? I don't know. Something sounds a bit off. But yeah, this first package here, we have Gurgwit, and we also have these. These are the triple rare Isolt PGs that came out with the Altmile trial decks, I think, back then. But yeah, I didn't pick these up originally, and I have to say, triple rare foiling on these PGs look really nice. Look really, really nice. So those are going to be a nice bump upgrade. I think Altmile at the minute is using the common ones, because I think the double rare ones are in my MLB deck. So that'll be a nice upgrade for that. So I'll just put that there, actually. Keep that on the screen. And this is going to be the one of Gurgwit that I had to order, and the one of Agravale that I had to order. So yeah, I had to order one of each of these because unfortunately the website that I used to purchase my Gold Paladin bundle was Big Orbit, which wasn't the unfortunate thing. That was actually the good thing. The unfortunate thing was that they only had 3 Gurgwits in and 3 Agravales in. So I had to buy one of each of them on eBay, which unfortunately cost me a bit more money, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. Gotta get those cards when you can, right? Now, for the big package, this is from Big Orbit Cards, and I will tell you now, guys, they bailed me out big time because I was actually thinking of a seller on eBay that I was going to buy from, but their listing wasn't up, and I was like, right, where do I buy these from then? So I checked Big Orbit, and fortunately, it was on release day, so it wasn't, completely out of the question that I couldn't get them. But more times than often, they're out of stock. And when I checked them, they had a good majority of the Gold Paladin cards in stock, including the double res. And the double res is actually one thing I want to talk about in this, which was ridiculous. So this pack here is going to be all the holographics. So we have, of course, Gurgwit, the man himself. Looks pretty cool. So we've got the 3 more copies of him. And then we've got the 3 Agravale, pretty cool card. Pretty much the new grade 2 ride target. And then we have Gorbaduck, which, guys, this art looks sick. Am I right? Am I right? This art looks really, really sick. And I am so happy to see this card again. Used to be one of my favorite cards in G, just the way it looked. But yeah, really, really nice card. Really, really sick. Then we have Percival. Really cool. Shout out to Richard from Nexus Corps, because I know that he loves Percival. And was really happy to have not only him, but also Gurg come out in the same set. So that's also really cool. And then we have Paramore, which was, of course, the grade 2 from the old Gurgwit deck. Very different artwork as well, right? Very different looking art. And then we have Jeffrey, my man Jeff. I used to love Jeffrey back in G, and he's got a really sick looking art. And yeah, he's pretty cool. Helps with consistency in the deck. So I'll just put that there. And then we have the Scarface Lion, which is of course the old in-soul draw card trigger that we used to have in G, now back as a crit PG. Pretty cool. So that is all that, and in here this should be all the rares, I believe. So we have, let's see, I haven't actually looked at all of these. So we have a what the heck, Battle Lion Lance Dragon, not a clue. Like a lion dragon, I guess. So yeah, that's that. We have this guy who Edmund, I think. I have to double check him. Yeah, some of these I haven't actually checked. This one I have. This one's great. So you can counter blast to get a soul charge, or you can soul blast to get a counter charge. Very, very good card. Definitely going to be playing this in the Gurgwit deck. So that's pretty nice. Then we have this. I think this was actually one of the first reveals that we got for Gold Paladin for this set, if I remember. But yeah. Pretty cool rare there. I think I've actually seen a couple of lists play this, but I don't think I'm going to be playing it myself. And then we've got the new order from the set as well. The grade 3 order, excuse me. But yeah, I've actually been picking up these orders as well. Whilst I remember, actually. I've got my binder over here. So I've actually been keeping up with these order cards, just in case. You never know when you might need them. But I got the ones from the other sets as well. And there's the, I think one of the recent ones as well from the set before. So yeah, this will be joining the rest of the orders for the collection. So that's pretty nice. So I'll actually stick that there. That'll be pretty cool. And I'll put the rares there. And then we have the bulk of commons. So the commons, I can't really recall any major ones that are really, really good, but again, I'm going to have to go over these because I remember missing out on the Filled Feather Dragon from set 5, I think it was, and boy, that card put in work. So never underestimate a common card, guys. Common cards can sometimes be pretty nutty. So, yeah. So let's have a look here. Yeah, but most of the time with commons, I mainly just get these just to fill out the collection. There's nothing major here, I don't think. Oh, Quell. Yeah, that's something major. The old Gurgwit starter is pretty nice. Pretty cool to have. Really nice art. And then, of course, they reprinted a bunch of triggers, which, of course, they printed the human ones. Kind of expected that for Gurgwit. And they printed this heal trigger as well. Yeah, I think there's some older heals that Gurgwit used to have, which they could have gone with, but no, they decided to go with this a new unit, apparently. So yeah, those are the commons, and that is essentially the entire set for Gold Paladin in terms of getting everything for it. So I will do a deck profile, guys. Not too sure when I'm going to do it. It'll probably be before New Year, let's be honest, because I would like to get this deck profile out this month. But Gurgwit, definitely looking forward to this. Gurgwit finally got good, and now everyone doesn't like it. So, I don't know. Win and lose battle, I suppose. Try get a deck to be good, and as soon as it's good, people don't like it. So yeah, you can't win Gurgwit, can you? You just cannot get a break. But for the time being, he is pretty good, and it'll be interesting to see how they take Vanguard into 2021, because I think we're getting a product stream in like January. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of wanted to add a bit more to it, and not just make it about the the mail for the new set. I kind of wanted to show you some other stuff that I got, like just product wise, like these sleeves and the Yu-Gi-Oh things that I got. Hope that was a nice surprise for some of you that didn't know that I actually do dip into Yu-Gi-Oh every now and then. Bit of Magic as well, bit of Magic the Gathering. And yeah, I kind of wanted to make this video a little bit longer, of course, with it being the Christmas period and the festives, holidays and that. A pretty nice time of the year, I will admit. So, like I said, guys, I will do a deck profile for Gurgwit, hopefully within the next week. We'll see when, though. And yeah, I have got a list in mind. Most Gurgwit decks look the same, but there's a couple of changes you can do here and there, and I'm pretty happy with the decisions that I've got from my list. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a nice Christmas or a nice holiday, whatever you want to celebrate. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. So like always, guys, take care, and this is Guardian, signing out.